My husband has been seeing another woman and has been purchasing lavish gifts for her using my credit card. I tolerated it for the sake of our son, but enough is enough. I need to take action. And the person who ultimately came to my aid was the last person I ever expected. I'm Alexa, 35 years old, my husband, Austin, and I have been married for 10 years, and we share an 8-year-old son named Drake. I've always loved reading, and now I work as a novelist, which has been my dream career. My debut mystery novel was a huge hit, and I'm currently working on several ongoing series. My books sell well every month, so I'm kept pretty busy. Initially, Austin worked, but he quit when my writing started bringing in enough income. For the last couple of years, he's been staying home, occasionally going out to gamble, but today, he was wearing a suit, which was unusual. "Why are you dressed up?" I asked him. Austin looked surprised, but quickly recovered. "I have an interview," he said. "An interview for what?" I pressed. "A job," he replied. "I thought it might be time to start working again," he added. "I see, good luck," I said. "Thanks, I'm off," he responded before leaving. At the time, I truly believed he was going to a job interview. Our son is still young, and I thought Austin was thinking about our future, but he didn't come home until 1 a.m. That night, I was still up, working on a deadline. When he finally came in, he collapsed on the living room sofa, smelling of alcohol and perfume. His phone was in his hand, and it was unlocked. Curiosity got the better of me, and I checked it. "What's this? No, I can't believe it," I muttered to myself. I discovered that my husband had been cheating on me with none other than my close friend, Ashley. They had gone to an upscale restaurant known for its stunning night views. I was in complete shock. "No way, Austin and Ashley? Why her? She's married too, isn't she?" I trusted both of them. Tears welled up in my eyes as the reality of the situation hit me. I didn't want to wake Austin, so I fought to hold back my tears. Evidence. I need evidence, I thought. I immediately sent the photos to my own phone and decided to figure out what to do next. The next morning, I casually asked Austin, who seemed perfectly normal, "Hey, about yesterday." "Yesterday?" he asked, sounding confused. "You said you had an interview, but you didn't get home until really late. What happened?" I asked. Austin shifted uncomfortably, clearly trying to come up with an excuse. "Actually, I ran into a friend after the interview, so we went for a drink," he said. "A friend? Who? Someone I don't know?" I asked. "I don't have to explain everything to you, do I?" he replied. "Yeah, I guess not," I answered, trying to hide my growing frustration and disappointment. As expected, Austin lied and omitted the fact that he had been with Ashley. His behavior made it clear that he was having an affair. A month passed, and I still hadn't confronted him. I didn't know what to do. If it were just me, I would have shown him the evidence and ended the marriage, but I couldn't bring myself to do that for Drake's sake. I couldn't take his father away from him at such a young age. Meanwhile, Austin started taking advantage of the fact that I was often locked away working. He'd go out more often, but this also gave me a perfect opportunity. I began collecting more evidence of his infidelity while he was out. I found several receipts in his room for luxury brand items that weren't there, nor had I received them. Clearly, Austin was giving these gifts to Ashley. But how was he affording these things? He didn't have a job and relied on the allowance I gave him every month. I decided to follow him. I called my brother to take care of Drake. He didn't know about Austin's affair, so I lied to him. "I'm sorry for calling you over on such short notice," I said. "No problem, but why suddenly ask me to watch Drake?" my brother asked. "Well, I need to do some shopping," I replied. "Shopping? You're not the type to shop much. You usually buy things online," he said. "I know, but there's something I need to buy in person today. Can you look after Drake?" I asked. "Okay, but don't be too late. He'll miss you," my brother said, sounding concerned. "Thanks, I'll be quick," I replied, hiding my anxiety as I prepared to follow Austin and get to the bottom of his betrayal. With my brother's help, I followed Austin and saw him walking hand in hand with Ashley. They entered an expensive brand store together, smiling and clearly enjoying each other's company. Then, something caught my eye. "Wait, that's my credit card," I whispered, stunned. It was the secondary credit card I kept in my drawer, the one I rarely used. Austin had taken it without asking to buy gifts for Ashley. Over the last few months, I had been purchasing work-related items, like office equipment, and hadn't checked the card's balance. Now I realized he'd been spending money I didn't know about. I can't believe this, I muttered, feeling both betrayed and angry. Not only was he cheating on me, but he was also stealing from me. Any affection I had left for him vanished in that moment. I blamed myself for not checking sooner, but I couldn't forgive him. I took pictures of them together and went straight home. Over the next few days, I began planning how to confront Austin when he wasn't around. I accessed his computer, since his phone and PC were linked, and saw more conversations between him and Ashley. They were even planning a getaway together for the upcoming holiday. A 4-day trip, huh? I thought. This is my chance. I decided to take action while Austin was away, but there was a complication, Drake. I couldn't carry out my plan if my son knew the truth, so I called my brother again. I need your help. Can you watch Drake during the holiday? I asked. 4 days? He replied, surprised. Yes, I have something important to handle, I explained. Something important? He said knowingly. I'll be fine, I just need you to watch Drake, I said. Don't try to handle this on your own, Alexa, he said, his tone softening. What do you mean? I asked, confused. Austin's cheating, isn't he? My brother said plainly. What? How do you know? I stammered. I heard it from Drake, he said. Drake? Apparently, even my 8-year-old son had picked up on the tension between Austin and me. Although he didn't fully understand, he could tell something was off. He had noticed that his dad was getting too close to someone else, and it upset me. It seemed that Drake had picked up on the affair, even if he didn't fully grasp the situation. I thought I had been hiding everything from Drake, but why did he notice? It seems Austin's actions hurt me enough for Drake to pick up on it. So now the question is, am I going to stay with someone like him? But if I divorce Austin, Drake will be upset, I said, hesitating. Just as I said that, Drake, who was supposed to be in the other room, appeared at the door. It's okay, Mom, I'm on your side, he said, his words offering me comfort. Drake, are you sure? I don't want anyone who makes you sad, I asked, my voice trembling. Mom, as long as I have you, I'm fine, he replied, his innocent confidence making my heart ache with gratitude. Oh, thank you, Drake, and thank you too, brother, I said, appreciating the support of both my son and my brother. With their encouragement, I finally found the strength to confront my husband about his infidelity. Drake and I began preparing to move out on the day Austin was leaving for his trip with his mistress. My brother helped us pack discreetly while Austin was away. The night before his departure, I decided it was time for one last confrontation. Why are you packing a suitcase? What's going on? I asked, trying to stay calm. Oh, this? I'm going on a trip with some friends tomorrow, he answered casually. A trip? You never mentioned it, I said, growing suspicious. It's a last-minute thing, nothing serious, I'm just using my allowance, he explained, trying to brush me off. Clearly, he didn't want to talk about it, and his body language made it clear he didn't want to be bothered, but I wasn't backing down. I spoke to him with a quiet, determined tone, one I rarely used. Are you sure it's just with friends? I asked. For the first time, Austin seemed genuinely panicked, his shoulders twitching nervously, but he clung to his lie. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I understand. Enjoy your trip with your friends, I said, my voice steady, though my anger simmered beneath the surface. I would have enjoyed it anyway, even if you hadn't said that. Just be responsible, okay? He said before walking away. As I left the room, I realized that if he had been honest with me, I might have been willing to work out a civil separation, including alimony and child support. Despite everything, there had been a time when I loved him deeply. He had supported me when my first novel wasn't selling well, and I didn't want to harbor pure hatred. But now, I knew I had to end things. For the sake of my son and my future, his continued lies made it impossible for me to forgive him. The next morning, Austin was gone, already on his trip. I checked the drawer and confirmed that he had taken my credit card. I immediately contacted the credit card company to report it as lost and had it deactivated. When my son woke up, he said, "Good morning, Mom, today's the day, right?" "Huh? You mean the move? We're going to our new house today, right?" he asked, excitement lighting up his face. Seeing how happy he was, I felt a sense of peace. The lingering doubts I had vanished. Yes, Drake, we're moving. I've already canceled the credit card, so it's time for us to start fresh in our new home. Yeah, I'm so excited, he cheered. With my brother's help, the move went smoothly. We packed up and moved our things to the new house while Austin's belongings were sent elsewhere. The next day, while relaxing with my son and brother in our new home, my phone rang. It was Austin. "Hello?" I answered. "Hey, Alexa, I need to talk to you," he said. "What's going on?" I asked, not hiding my irritation. "Well, this trip is costing more than I expected. Could you send me some money?" he asked. It clicked in my mind that he was asking for money because I had frozen the credit card. Rather than facing the real issue, he was trying to get cash from me, which only irritated me further. "Didn't you plan this trip on your own budget?" I asked, annoyed. "I'm sorry, but I can't lend you any money," I responded firmly. "Don't be like that. If you don't help me out, I'll be the only one having a bad time on this trip," he whined. "The only one?" I muttered under my breath. "Don't you mean both of you?" Austin was silent for a moment before responding with confusion. "Wait, what are you talking about?" "Well, you're on a trip. I bet you want to show Ashley only the best, right?" "Sorry, but the card you took is no longer valid. You'll have to figure it out," I said, my voice calm but cutting. What do you mean, what card?" he stammered. "Don't pretend you don't know," I said, my anger rising again. "You're panicking way too much. Stop saying things that don't make sense," he protested. "I don't know anything about a card." "Enough, Austin, I already know everything. I know about your affair with Ashley. Did you really think I had no idea? Do you think I'm that stupid?" "No, it's not what you think. I'm not cheating." "Stop lying," I shouted. "You had a family and still cheated with another woman, and you used my card without permission. Do you even understand how despicable you are?" "Alexa, let's just calm down," he tried. "Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down when I'm talking to the person I hate most in the world?" I screamed. "I'm done with you. Don't ever show your face to me or Drake again." I hung up, shaking with fury. Almost immediately, my phone rang again. It was Ashley. "Hey, Alexa, what did you do?" she demanded. Well, long time no speak. "Ashley, how's the trip with my husband?" I asked sarcastically. "Shut up, don't act dumb. You sent Austin's stuff to my house, didn't you?" she screamed. "Yes, I did. I sent it all to you, including a letter explaining everything. You, of all people, should have known better. You betrayed me, my best friend," I shot back. "How could you forgive that?" she yelled, her voice trembling with rage. "Excuse me, who was rude first?" I asked. "I didn't mean it seriously, it was just a joke," she cried. "Joke or not, you had an affair. I'm filing for divorce. I'll never forgive you. I'm seeking compensation for what you've done. Prepare yourself." "Compensation? What are you talking about?" she said, incredulously. "You'll find out. You deserve it," I replied coldly. "But I'm a housewife. I can't pay any compensation," she protested. "I don't care, figure it out, or ask your husband," I said, before hanging up and blocking her number. I moved forward with my divorce through my lawyer, demanding compensation from both Austin and Ashley, along with child support. I also sought repayment for the unauthorized charges he made on my credit card. Ashley's husband found out about the affair and kicked her out, leaving her with nowhere to go. She ended up living where she works, taking night shifts at a bar. As for Austin, he's been working multiple part-time jobs, struggling to get by. If Austin ever falls behind on child support or alimony, I won't hesitate to pursue him for what he owes. As for me, I'm enjoying a peaceful life in our new home, focusing on giving Drake the love and stability he deserves. He's growing up healthy and happy, and I'm determined to protect him from any more heartache. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. Stay stunned.